Hey ladies, Hayden from the Transformation Centre, sharing with you the 3 steps to a body transformation. Now, I'm sure you've heard numerous different theories on you need to do this, this and this to get body transformation, but what I'm sharing with you is what I've learned from real life experience dealing with thousands of ladies on a daily, on a weekly basis. Now, I'm sure you've heard that, weight loss or fitness, body transformations are 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. And, from where they're coming from, it is quite correct. If your nutrition isn't spot on, doesn't matter what amount of exercise you're doing. But I'd like to challenge that. I'd like to challenge it and say that a body transformation is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. So if we look at it, nutrition is actually probably only around, 16% of a full body transformation, because the 20% is your nutrition and training. The other 80% is the mindset. It's the story you tell yourself, it's a belief. So what I'm sharing with you today is, the 3 steps to a body transformation, and as you'll see, most of them actually incorporate the psychology side. So in terms of importance, I'll run through the 3, and I'll run through from least important all the way through to most important. And you'll see that the actual least important step to a body transformation, we place the most emphasis on, we believe is the most important. Now, the least important step to a body transformation is your strategy. Now, whenever you've hit a plateau, or maybe, the weight loss just isn't as you've hoped it'd be, the first thing we tend to change is the strategy. If we're doing a low-carb diet or a high-fat diet, or whatever diet you've done, if it isn't quite working for us, we'll say, this diet doesn't work for me, or this strategy doesn't work. So what happens is we're stuck in this vicious cycle, and I'll show you how the cycle works in another video, but it's what I call the weight loss cycle. And essentially, your whole life you're jumping from strategy to another strategy to another strategy, and you're really not addressing the key issues or the key things that are stopping you from getting that body transformation. When it comes to strategies for weight loss or body transformations, there's a million and one out there. There's so many different strategies, and to some extent, they all have scientific backing. They all have backing that should promote fat loss. Some of them aren't the best in reality, and probably the ones you should stay away from. But if we look at a scientific level, all these strategies work. Now, the second step to a body transformation, and one of the major things that's stopping us from achieving that body transformation, implementing the strategy, is our story. Now, when I say story, there's a great quote from Wolf of Wall Street. The only thing stopping you from, reaching your wildest dreams is the bullshit story you tell yourself each and every day. And, it may be quite a raw statement, but it's quite true. You may have a proven system, a proven strategy that's worked for millions of people. But if you come in with the belief or a story that I can't do this, or I'm not worthy of losing the weight, or I've tried everything and nothing works for me, you won't give 110% to strategy, you won't implement it. Because you're not implementing it, you won't get the full benefits. There's a thing called belief cycle. I'll also do another video on that for you. But essentially, the story that we tell ourselves each and every day, pretty much you're like the author to your life. There's a little author in your brain, writing a story each and every day. You're writing your story. And, unfortunately, it can be so empowering, but unfortunately, most of the time, we write a negative story about ourselves. And that leads me to the number 1 step, the most important thing to a body transformation. And that's your state. Now, you can have the best strategy in the world, a proven strategy that was developed specifically for you from the best in the world. You can believe, I am going to transform. I've done it before. This is easy. It's a proven strategy. You can have all the belief in the world. But if you wake up one morning and just can't be bothered, or you wake up one morning and you're tired, or you wake up one morning and you just go, health and fitness, it really doesn't mean much to you, then you're not going to implement any of the strategy at all. And that's why state's the most important. I'm sure there's been days where you've gone to the gym or you've gone to boot camp or whatever it may be, and you've just felt amazing. You've had a wonderful day, and you've gone and had an amazing session, your eating's been phenomenal, and you've just felt on top of the world. And I'm sure there's been those days where maybe you've come home from work, or maybe, you've had a long day with the kids, and, you may be feeling grumpy, you may be feeling tired, and I can guarantee that you've probably made poor eating choices, whether it be not eating or eating too much of the wrong thing. You probably haven't exercised because you can't be bothered. And then that normally sets us off to go on a spiral, we fall off the wagon, and that's normally why most strategies fail. So going through again the 3 most important parts of a body transformation, from least important to most important. Strategy is simple. Find a strategy that works and stick to it. That's the best piece of advice I can ever give you. Find one strategy that works, that's proven, that's given proven documented results with scientific backing, that's realistic to your lifestyle. Find it, stick to it. Second thing, the story. One of the things that we do at the Transformation Centre, because we know how important story and state is, we do a transformational seminar. In this transformational seminar, we go through the story that these ladies are telling themselves. We find out why they're here, and we kind of try to align where they really want to go and the story they tell themselves. And by sharing with other ladies who are in the exact same position as them, their story normally changes, and they see people who have been in their position, who have gotten amazing results, and that starts to change their belief and change their story. And finally, the state, which is the most important, I think we work on every single day. When ladies walk into the studio, they have to be in a peak state. When they go home, they have to be in a peak state. When they're struggling throughout the day, they need someone there who's going to help them get into a peak state. So if you can implement those 3 steps, you're going to be well on the way to getting a body transformation. If you believe that you need help with that, we do have a 21-day drop of dress size. It used to be a paid service, but now we're actually doing it completely free. Now, this 21-day drop of dress size is designed specifically to take you from where you are now to a dress size below. It's designed to fit in your busy lifestyle. It's designed to give you a strategy that works and will help you drop that dress size. It works on the basis of changing your story. We have a little transformational seminar where we work on your story. We show you the numbers. We show you proof so we can click that belief into gear. And then while you're here, while you train here, while you're under my guidance, under the guidance of our numerous transformational experts here, we're constantly working on you getting in a peak state. Again, this is completely free. You drop a dress size, you get the program completely free. It's been designed to get you there. Now, to register for this program, you should see a little box to my left, and in there will be name, email, and mobile. So just input your details. We'll be in touch with you. It is something where we do have to limit numbers, as the studio is not extremely huge and we get so many applicants each and every time. But if you input your details, we'll get in touch with you. And if what you're after aligns and we believe we can help you, we'd love to have you here, and we'd love to help you drop a dress size. See you soon.